How much have you made in that 6 months time?
I've done right now, I just threw the numbers before I get on the call, $275,000 in
Nice.
sales. After everything was said and done, I made $80,000
That's crazy.
cash, profit, take home, bank. It's been a wild roller coaster, long nights, early morning type vibes. It didn't happen overnight, but it did happen for me. Again, it's not what you have, it's what you make of it, right?
In the 6 months that you've been making videos, what is the most viral video that you've had?
It's a 3.5 million video. It was really good because...
Welcome back to another episode of the Social Army Podcast. My name is Bryce, and I am your host. And I do apologize for being a little bit MIA recently. We had January, which is one of the longest years of our life. I'm sure a lot of you guys will understand what we mean by that. It's been quite an interesting month, but we're getting back into the swing of things, and I've got a banger of an episode for you guys today with an amazing guest and somebody who does their content both English and Spanish, but was able to find an absolute killing doing it on the Spanish side of things. I've made a couple of videos in the past about this where if you are bilingual, jumping into that Spanish side of things is going to be a huge key to your success on TikTok Shop because it is virtually an untapped market. Now, before we jump into this, I want to give a quick disclaimer. Any sort of discussions that we have on this podcast are not meant to be any sort of form of financial advice, and the results that you see are usually not very typical. We try to highlight people who are excelling in this industry, but at the end of the day, these results are not typical results, and don't expect this to be some sort of a get-rich-quick overnight type of deal, because that is not at all what it is. This does take time to build a skill, and it takes time to understand how all of it works. But we do like to bring highlights to the individuals who have found pretty good success within, because it is a no-brainer industry to get into if you're really looking to find ways to make money online. Now, like always, let's not delay and push this off any further. I want to introduce our guest today. His name is Christian. Christian, if you would.
Hey, what's good, guys? Hi, how's it going,
What's
Bryce?
up?
So,
Doing good, man.
Great. No, I'm great, man. So my name is Christian Marquez, right? I've been pretty much doing TikTok Shop for just about 6 months now. It's been a wild roller coaster, long nights, early morning type vibes. Exactly what you were saying before, that it's not for everybody. It doesn't happen overnight, but it did happen for me. But either way, if you can still pursue and you keep that consistency up, that's what I've seen has helped me the most, and making sure I achieve my those financial goals over there. So it's been great. It's been a great time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you, real quick, how old are you, man? Because I've noticed a lot of the people that we interview seem to either be extremely young or just quite a bit older. Are you, or where do you fit in this realm?
Yeah. So recently I, turned 23. It's pretty great. So
Nice.
23, pretty much at this point, if you're young, if you're looking on this side of the screen, you're pretty young, or on the other side, either way, having that time freedom, having that, ability to just make videos, make content, go live, whether it's whatever you're going to do, really just bring that into TikTok Shop makes it a heck of a lot easier. I am turning 24 next month, which is pretty insane, pretty cool. But I did make the big number before I hit that age, which is pretty great. It's cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Being in your younger 20s, being able to figure this out is crazy. I'm almost 30 years old, man. I'm almost on the wrong side. And it took me a decade to figure out how to make internet money, really. And interviewing so many people who are a lot younger than I am that found success at an early age has been really eye-opening, because it's nice to see the maturity level is just getting stronger at a younger age with certain creators. And I noticed you've got a plethora of books behind you, and you've got a lot of books that I recognize. You got, the 48 Laws of Power. You've got Atomic Habits. You've got quite a few books back there. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, phenomenal book. Do you read a lot of those, or do you have those there for show?
Just decoration. No. So this stuff, no. The books, they're worn. If you look at them over here, they're definitely worn up over here. I've been reading this one. I haven't even finished yet. We still got the whole book tag over here. It's just too much of a book, but
it's a lot of book. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're all worn. You take a good look at them. They're all worn up and everything. Before I was, on TikTok Shop, I'm so happy I'm here over here. I was actually working on Wall Street. I used to be a salesman, a broker. So I would be on the phone calling people all day, and living the dream, right? But, if you ever seen like the Boiler Room movies, it's pretty much just like that.
Right.
You can imagine me, right now I'm making more money than ever. I'm wearing tank tops, t-shirts, shorts, nothing too crazy. But back then, you're wearing a whole 3-piece suit, right? Early in the morning, coffee, everyone's doing weird stuff. It's a boiler room, right? Everyone's yelling. It's pretty, it's not like a nice kind of environment. But either way, the whole point is that when you learn over there, sales and learning how to convince, talk, personality, how to get, to the yes and, go through all that with conviction. But either way, learning into that, moving into over here, it's a completely different change. Like I said,
Oh, I
like,
bet.
no, I mean, I don't know if you mentioned you did sales before in the car industry. Is that correct?
I was in sales for a decade, man. I understand that completely. Now, I never did the whole stock side of things. Like that's one thing I really wanted to do. I wanted to get into all that, but I never could bring myself to go over to New York and really dive deep into all that. But yeah, sales of that nature, sales is sales no matter what you get yourself into. There's more
Mhm.
aggressive types of sales and there's less aggressive types of sales. And you were in the most aggressive type ever. And you're dealing with money people all day long, which
Business
people who
owners.
understand, man, and people who understand money, they're a lot harder to convince to do anything because they understand the value of their dollar and they understand how it works. But you took what you learned from there, which is one of the hardest types of sales, and transferred it into TikTok Shop, which honestly is one of the easier types of sales, but the hardest part is creating the content and selling through content, which
Mhm.
you've also learned how to master pretty well, which is extremely impressive. But
But
that
it's
explains the
not.
Jordan Belfort book behind you too. I saw
That's
that.
I don't even know you would realize that. It's not even like a too popular of a book. You don't
Right.
really notice it. But yeah, but going back to that, when I was working on Wall Street, study up, man. I would learn, read, practice what I would read in the books on the field, right? Well, on the phone, and then go from there. I was there for like 2.5, 3 years.
That's
Got up to a
crazy.
manager position. Was managing people. Was great fun, but it wasn't definitely my type of space. If you ever
That's a
know
lot.
sales, it's a lot of seeky stuff over there going on. But either way, that's pretty much where I learned it, and I kept that habit going in. Even though I'm not commuting to work anymore, I'm still reading books, which is pretty great to stock up on knowledge. But also is a good decoration, so works for
It
both.
is.
No,
Knowledge
but
as well too, though, man. At the end of the day, the more you know, the more you earn, and
yeah,
it's extremely good to have that. That's awesome. So, real quick, before we get too carried away there, because I can talk to you about that stuff all day long.
Mhm.
What is some of? So, I want to go over kind of your success on TikTok Shop.
Yeah,
You've been doing TikTok Shop for what, close to a year now, right? How much
six
have
months.
you? 6 months, right? So about half a year. So how much have you made in that 6 months time in total revenue, and then how much have you made in total commission? If you're comfortable sharing either one of those numbers.
Yeah, so GMV, right, is like just like the gross number, whatever sales. I've done right now, I just threw the numbers before I get on the call, $275,000 in
Nice.
sales, which is great. But the best part and the kicker is most of it, I found my niche to be in supplements. It's a thing I like. I actually do them. I enjoy them. I work out. It's kind of natural to me to like eat, consume them. And because,
Passion
you
product, more or
know,
less.
exactly. Because I'm also the kind of could be target consumer. It's
Right.
easier for me to come up with marketing ideas, marketing angles, hooks, controversy, opinion, those types of
Right.
ideas because I'm the guy, right? I would buy the
Right.
supplement. So even though it's only been 275,000, the commission was actually insane. Like I said, TikTok Shop, it's not just all about the numbers you see on the screen. There's a lot of stuff that goes on the back end side. Brand deals, this deal, that deal. People will pay you just to do this, that, the third. Honestly, after everything was said and done, 6 months, I made $80,000
That's crazy.
cash profit, take home bank. There's not this, that, the third. That's about
Right.
it. It's insane.
And
Six
that's in
months.
half a year. Yeah, that's in
Uh,
half a year. And at 23 years old, that's fuck around money, in 6 months time. That's crazy. And do you still live in New York?
yeah, no, I mean, if you check out, if you check out my videos, you're gonna see it's the same room. It's this.
That's awesome.
I got a 75 square foot room. I could touch both walls if I stretch a little. I mean, it's pretty small, but again, it's not what you have; it's what you make of it, right?
Right.
When I started off, I had just like this iPhone 12 over here, just rolling around with it. I didn't have this iPad and this, that, the third. No, you just kind of make it work. And with an iPhone 12, you just kind of roll it up and I even have lights, nothing. Just you find a way, right? Type vibes, you
Right.
find a way. I started off in lives, and then I finally mastered videos. Lives to me for way easier because again, I have that ability to like I'm used to talking on the phone, calling people, going through objections, rebuttaling this, that, the third. So lives for me was super easy. I found very easy success over there. Once I've done videos and I could implement the sales tactics into videos without it seeming like I'm being too salesy, that was really the best part and really where I went through the whole roof. Last month, where I made the most amount of money, I made $23,000 in a month. Last month, it was
Right.
insane.
That's crazy.
So, the other months were, me, Boston over here trying to get my work done. Last month was the easiest month. I worked very few hours, and it's because I was employing the same tactics that we teach over here in Social Army, which is basically
Right.
the whole marketing aspect. I don't see it much as a TikToker. You're more of a salesman and a marketer at any point. So that's where I see it.
100% what you are,
Yeah.
and especially when you master creating the content outside of just doing lives, you really do become that marketing expert that these brands are looking for. They can hire in-house marketing experts that know the field, but most of them don't understand the realm of TikTok. And it's really the creators who are on the app consuming that type of content daily, and also creating that type of content daily, that understand it better than anybody else. And I think brands are really starting to catch on to that. And once you master it, you become an unstoppable force that brands really want to work with on a daily basis. And if you can be that creator that can not only create good, high quality and engaging content, but also help them make the extra money that they're looking for, you're going to create long lasting relationships with these brands that can take you a lot further in terms of monetary gain in the long run, which is amazing to see. Excuse me. It's something we haven't really seen in the affiliate marketing space up until TikTok really kind of bridged that gap to social commerce. They've turned videos and short form content into an enjoyable way to shop for the regular everyday consumer, but also being able to fill the pockets of the regular everyday content creator, which is so cool. And you don't really see that in any other industry. And even with TikTok going through its little shutdown hiccup in January, you still were able to come out and have the best month you've ever had, which is crazy to hear. And I love seeing that kind of success. And $22,000, $23,000 in a month, that ain't nothing to bat an eye at. That's a lot of money to make off of,
Change, man.
off of just making some silly little videos on TikTok. I mean, it's crazy what this opportunity can bring to you. And don't get me wrong, anybody who's viewing this, I'm not trying to downplay the time and the effort and the hardness level of what all of this takes to do. But once you figure it out, it really does become one of the most simple things in the world to do. You get up, you come up with the ideas, you create the content, you understand the points at which you need to hit on, such as your hook, your call to actions, your middle parts, whether it be controversy, relatability, demonstration, selling the sale, whatever it may be. And you understand what's more important of anything else. And you put that content out into the TikTok Shop's algorithm, and you just kind of reap the rewards from it hitting that For You page the proper way. Now, does every video pop off in that way? Absolutely not. But when you understand the formula behind creating a good TikTok Shop video, you have a way better chance at getting more of your videos to pop off in that way. Again, it's still not going to be every video you post. I don't know a single affiliate that goes viral every single time they post. Hell, even the top affiliate on all of TikTok Shop doesn't go viral every single time she posts a video. But 1 in every 10 videos you post will probably gain some traction once you understand how it all works. And seeing you be able to piece that together and take your real world experience from your previous job and implement it into this, and transferring from lives to videos is amazing to watch. And I love seeing it happen in real time.
No, definitely. But it's more about the whole journey, if anything. Like you mentioned before,
100%.
if you fall into love into the whole journey, believe me, doing this is going to be 10 times easier. I've been making TikToks just for years because I enjoy TikToks.
Right.
Fun, I was always being a comedian and funny, and I would make funny TikToks, silly TikToks. And doing the same thing over here, not being just funny, but just keeping that kind of repetition and still doing, because I enjoy it and I like it, makes it 10 times easier. But on the other hand, right, I was on the exact same other side. I was actually watching these podcasts just 6 months ago from my office, literally, like while the boss wasn't looking. I got my headphones in. I'm trying to like watch it and lock in because I'm making $18 an hour. And I'm like, oh, come on, we gotta find the way out of here. I'm watching these videos. I was on the other side just 6 months ago. Even if you're not too creative, even if you haven't been making TikToks for years or whatnot, or whatever, maybe just getting that whole repetition and consistency. If you really want it, believe me, you're gonna grab it. At that point in time, 6 months ago, I really wanted. I was making $3,000 a month, which is pretty good. But I mean, it could be a lot better. I really wanted it. I really want more than anybody else, and I was ready to outwork anyone. And you're gonna see a lot of affiliates over here. Once they make some good money, they get comfortable. They start slowing down. Things happen. That's the perfect time for you to jump right in, pick up all the low-hanging fruit. If you really want it, if you're looking at this side, believe me, if you really want this stuff, it's 100% obtainable. Even Bryce, you even told us about the whole bottom of funnel method. You don't even need creativity. You don't need time. You don't need nothing. Make 10 videos that take 10 minutes because they're 15 seconds long, and you can upload that, and the results are the same, but you can make sure you can make some good income over there.
Yep.
It's insane. It's really any way you want to take it. It really can happen either way. So I'm just glad there's
100%.
opportunities here. Yeah.
And it's an opportunity of a lifetime. It doesn't, you don't have to be extremely creative to make this stuff work. One of the easiest ways to sell anything is to be yourself. People buy things from people that they like. And if you can find a way to get a mass amount of people to like you through the content that you create, odds are you're going to get them to convert. So it happens. You have to be willing to just take that initial step. Now, real quick, Christian, in the 6 months that you've been making videos, what is the most viral video that you've had? Like, what is your biggest achievement out of all of that?
It was a 3.5 million video that I got, which is pretty good. Not too
That's great.
super viral, but it was really good because I'm glad you just mentioned that whole personality thing.
Right.
It's pretty obvious. I got a pretty good personality. I like it. I enjoy it. I can walk up to people and just talk to them, and they'll be like,
Yep.
"Oh my god, what a great guy!" And I'll throw my charisma and I'll make jokes and whatever. Very movable lot. So it's literally a video of me taking my phone, and I'll be in the bathroom. It was for a razor, right? A shaver, a razor. And
Green one?
Razor, huh?
The green one, the electric one?
The green one? No, it's a pink one. The best.
Oh, okay.
I got the pink one, man. Controversy right there, right? Why is the guy holding the pink one?
Right.
And then, so the whole part of it is me holding my phone. I go in the bathroom, I put it down, and I make a full video, 59 seconds. No cuts, no nothing, just a text on screen, and tap the link down below. That's it. Simple. I popped it here and I sold myself. The product was okay, but I think, and I spoke to a lot of coaches, it was mainly the personality because it was just raw footage of all the pauses and the breaths and the smile and the and I'm trying to make it entertaining and funny and the whole point. But that's not just about the whole part, right? It was also a good deal and everything, and it actually worked, which is great. But you don't need to have a huge personality for that. Like I said, I've done both. I'm doing videos right now where I'm selling one product for every 100. I did the math. 175 views on one video I'm doing right now is making a sale. And it's the bottom of funnel video. I'm not
those
even
convert
in the
so
clip.
well.
I'm not even in the clip. It's me filming in New York City, like just like some like bridge, and I bring the product in screen for like 2 seconds at the end. 9 seconds. Every 175 people, they're buying a product, and I'm making $5, and just like that, it's going viral. It's at 15K right now. It's keep going up, and you can do the math from there. It's insane. It's just insane right now.
That's insane. That's, bottom of funnel videos, to kind of touch on that for anybody who's a little bit curious as to what that is. That's essentially selling the sale. We did a podcast a while back with a gentleman named Colin who was telling me about that. And since that podcast, I've seen a lot of other creators jumping on that trend. And bottom of funnel, just basically you sell the sale. You find a product that has an amazing sale, you bring attention to the sale, and the goal of it is to attract the warm traffic that TikTok's algorithm will put you in front of in general. These videos are a lot harder to hit the For You page with, and they require a lot more volume, which is kind of why they're like the no-brainer style of content, because you can push out 10 videos in 10 minutes time. They don't take time to make at all. You just push out several different videos about talking about the sale, and TikTok will do its job and put it in front of the right people who have seen the product in the past, but are just waiting for the right opportunity to buy it. And when your video crosses their For You page, if they've had interest in it, say for instance, it's like this beef tallow and it's on sale for $10 when it's normally $20, you're going to attract the audience. And that's why they convert so well. A lot of the times they don't go like super crazy viral, but you don't need a super crazy viral video to make good income off of it. If it does 1 million views and it's converting a sale for one out of every 200 sales, you're going to make a lot more money as a video that does 1 million views that converts for one for every 2,000 views. It'll be a lot better for you.
I have videos that are like in the millions. I have this one Boom Boom video, 1.7 million, and another one 1.3 million. They haven't even sold a third of what this bottom of funnel simple video is doing, and it took me it's a 9-second clip, one text on screen, and a simple I threw it up, but it's all because I like it. I enjoy the process of making it. Let's say I'm in sales. If you enjoy sales, you like it. It's fun.
100%.
Get to talk to people. It's great. You're gonna love it. Yeah, definitely.
And doing this is so fun. I mean, you can get creative with it, man. And the goal of affiliate marketing is just to test. That's it. And when you find something that works, you double down, triple down, quadruple down on it until it stops working. Then you figure it out all over again.
That's it.
So you just got to figure things out. Now, I do want to touch base on something here, and something that's extremely interesting to me, because you do content in both English and Spanish. You're bilingual.
Mm.
I have been preaching this for a long time, and I've been telling people, I have a video on my teaching page with over 100,000 views where I basically yelled at people who are bilingual to go out there and make Spanish content if they speak Spanish. The Spanish market is the second largest market in the United States when it comes to sales and consumer sales rather. If you speak Spanish, you need to be making content in Spanish as well as English. And Christian's going to be an exact example why. Go ahead. I want you to go ahead and dive into that and give kind of people a reason and give them the why behind doing it. Because you do it in both, but you see better results in one particular language.
Yeah. So, like I said, I've been doing TikTok Shop for a while. It's always in English. I started in English because, I've just been doing that. It was okay. It was right. It fell into the whole sample thing. It was a whole mess. But then I saw a few creators over here start doing their videos in Spanish. And I saw how they were actually hitting. I'm like, I was gonna buy that Spanish. Come on, yeah, but they don't want to spend the money. I'm thinking,
Oh, they will.
I'm thinking something else. It's a limiting belief, right? It's not for me. I can't do it. 200 reasons why I can't. But then one day I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just try it? So one day I'm uploading videos. It was before I joined Social Army. I lost my account, 24 points was gone. I was saying this regrows your hair, this does this,
You hit
violation.
wrong things, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what's going on? It says hair growth. No, you can't. I didn't get it, so I had to join. I had to join. It was right there. I'm watching the videos. I wanted to leave my job. I started doing Spanish. The benefit of doing Spanish is also like the TikTok algorithm, I guess, doesn't speak Spanish, something like that. We get away with a lot of stuff.
The AI doesn't pick it up as much.
Doesn't pick it up as much. If you're if you're careful, it's even better because I have my account for 6 months, 0 points, not even 1 point, nothing, nada, zero. So I started doing videos in Spanish. It starts taking off out of nowhere, the blue. I realized that I uploaded a couple videos, and out of the few videos, they would go viral, right? Like 10K views. Well, my other videos were at that $200, $300 jail. Again, limiting mindset that you're like, oh, it's the TikTok, it's not me. It's you. The video is no good. We gotta do some more. Or unless you're doing bottom funnel, it's different. But either way, it's. I was like, I got something over here, and I was doing drop shipping for 2 years before while I was doing sales, and I'm like, bro, this is some good metrics. I was looking at the metrics thing about what I was doing in drop shipping, implemented to here. I doubled down. It was amazing. Then I did lives in Spanish. This was 6 months with TikTok. 6 months is like 5 years,
That's no bullshit, man.
It moves fast. 6 years ago, 6 months, very few people were very few. Even now, very few in Spanish. Even less were Spanish in lives. And I'm like, what if people watch videos in Spanish? I'm sure they could watch a live in Spanish. Yep. So then I joined Live Academy later on to learn the whole part. But before that, I tried going live with supplements and everything. It's not always going to happen. But I personally saw results overnight. It was amazing. I would have 2,000 people in my room, 1,000, went down to 500. I was always in that barrier when I first started out doing in Spanish, selling supplements. It was the easiest thing I'd ever done. The AI wasn't even good back then. And like, you could just do anything. It was nuts. Moving into more as the month went on, I joined Live Academy. And that's really where I saw a huge growth. So basically, it's just like it's like a one-on-one type of like they hold your hand every step of the way, bringing you in, showing you the ins and outs of the program, while also keeping up with you. And then they would like jump in my lives and support me. And even though nobody spoke Spanish, I would teach everybody, how to say. But it was really great learning into Master's videos. It's nuts. But personally, if you know Spanish, you've gotta start and you gotta go.
Telling you, yep. Now, I do want to kind of give a quick disclaimer on that. With Spanish content, the AI is not as strong, and it doesn't pick up on everything. However, that does not mean that the goal is for you to go in there and start throwing out a bunch of misleading style videos and exaggerated claim videos. Basically, what this means is you can get away with a little bit more in terms of actually explaining what some of these products do in Spanish than you can in English. So, for example, your hair growth stuff, and I'm sure it's probably Mary Ruth's.
Hey,
That kind of that kind of uh, product is an amazing product, but the problem is you can't give the actual benefits or state certain words in English about that product because it'll trigger a misleading claim or an exaggerated claim violation. Even though the product is marketed towards that. However, in Spanish, you can get away with a few extra words about what the product actually does and what some of the benefits are because it doesn't trigger those words as much as it would in English. So just be leery about that. But he's 100% right. We have so many creators that we've turned on to starting to create Spanish content that did not see any success while creating English content and have all of a sudden now made $5,000 in a month, $10,000 in a month, $15,000 in a month. Hell, some of them only create Spanish content now and have completely changed their life financially because all it did was take it from going from one language to another that allowed them to really resonate more with an audience that trusts them. If you speak fluent Spanish, the Hispanic and Spanish speaking communities on TikTok will listen to you. But if you speak broken Spanish, they might not listen to you as much. But you'll still be able to get away with a lot more because now you're tapping into two different types of audiences. You're not just tapping into the English speaking audience who's already got a million other creators on their For You page trying to sell them this, that, and the other. But you're now tapping into the Spanish speaking audience who does not have a million different creators trying to sell them this, that, and the other. So it's a lot easier. And it's, again, an untapped area that I think a lot more people should try to dive into. Now, there's multiple different ways you can do it. You can do it live, you can do it through videos, but give it a shot and see if it works for you, especially if you've been struggling. This is your sign. Seriously. This is your sign. I mean, your content now all produced is your the content making you money is in Spanish, right?
It's all Spanish. And
right.
Honestly, if I could tell you the truth, it's not even my best. Like, so I'm trilingual, so I speak French.
Oh my God.
But wow. It's Spanish is like literally like it was my second language after learning English and then French, but it really isn't that crazy. Like I learned as I went. Like a lot of it, you could read all these books, bro. They all talk about the same thing. You'll learn more starting and doing something than actually reading the book, and that's all it's the same thing. So that's why literally you learn Spanish on the go. You kind of just go in, you let it go, let it rip. And everything I do is in Spanish. It's insane because you would be surprised. Again, if you have that limiting belief of like, oh, no one's going to buy in Spanish, whatever. Boy, do they got a fat wallet to spend.
I'm telling you.
They got a wallet. I'm surprised. I've seen much more success. I've actually been training a couple people here and there just by myself because I want to help more people out that were speaking Spanish that didn't really understand that part of, oh, hey, do this for lives, do this for videos, do X, Y, Z. And literally, it's so easy for these people in Spanish to actually go viral with these videos because of that untapped market and because they can speak that language. And believe me, when you have somebody that's got extra bucks to spend, they scroll on a video that's in English, but then they scroll again it's in Spanish. Holy smokes, this guy understands me. He's my cousin. He could know. He probably's got the remedy. And then he starts talking about the hair growth. And I got $20.
Yeah.
And they'll buy. That's why I have videos. Most of my videos are converting. I have one that like 175, which is my best. I have viral videos, like 20, 50K, making sales at 250 views, 500 views, 1,000 views. I have an expensive cost view per sale video. It's 1,500. It's crazy. So even at 1,500, which is great in English, in Spanish, that's the worst. It's so easy to make these sales. Again, even if you're starting with bottom of funnel or doing a personality video or script the whole thing, either way, the best part you could do right now is to lock it in. See what they say. Honestly, it's the best thing you could do. At the end of the day, it's free too. At the beginning, I was just thinking for like the free stuff. I got all this clothing and like shirts and shoes, and I'm like, oh, I'm bringing it in, bringing the clothing home. I mean, I got a full wardrobe, man. Like, I mean, you could tell me, Christian, you're making this much amount of money. Why are you still wearing a $10? Not even a $10. It's 3 for $10. It's a it's a 3 for $10. I could make a sample video here or there. It looks good. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, if you could try it out. Do it for 30 days, man. I mean, honestly, it's the best thing that can happen for you. Make some money. But either way, get free stuff. It's cool. You're not going to like it. But then once you see the money roll in, believe me, Forget about the samples, forget about this, that, and the third. You're gonna have the money coming in, financial freedom, time freedom. I mean, I honestly, I've been working since January. I've been working 2, maybe 3 hours a day. I mean, I wake up early, 5, 6. I go to the gym or go a little run, eat breakfast, make some videos. 2 hours later, I'm done. That's it. Video games, read a book. I mean, family time. Honestly, at the beginning, it wasn't. At the beginning, it wasn't. At the beginning, it was totally a full 8, 10 hour, 12 hour
Oh
job.
yeah.
Waking up I would do 4 hours live, make a couple videos, do 2 hours live, make a couple videos, and if I could squeeze another two more in, I would do 8 hours a day on live, and it would be great. I'm making $500, $800, $700 a day, and if you really want it, believe me, you're gonna get it. Because I was on the
100%.
other side of the screen just 6 months ago. I really wanted. I did not want to work at that place anymore. It was not my type of vibe. If you really want it, believe me, it's right. The opportunity is right here. Doors open. It's amazing food too.
100%. And, you know, to kind of add to that, in the very beginning, this is not going to be something you put in minimal effort to, right? If you've
Oh,
never created content, you've got to learn that skill. If you've never sold anything, you've got to learn the skill of sales. And the most difficult one of all is learning how to combine the both of them into one without sounding like a jackass on either end of the spectrum. Like you know how to make content, but your content's actually bad, right? Or like you know how to sell something, but you don't know what the hell you're doing. They're two different skill sets that when combined are extremely powerful. And the best part about them is once you learn how to master both of them, I've said this time and time again, you will never be broke another day in your life because sales is a very high demand and a very in demand and high rewarding skill. And so is content creation. And if you know how to do both of them together, anybody who owns a business, anybody who's looking for people to advertise for them is willing to pay you top dollar for high quality engaging and converting content. You will never, ever, ever be broke another day in your life if you learn these two skills. They take time to learn just like anything else. You go to college, you want to be a doctor, you got, 6 to 8 years of schooling. You go to college, you want to, be a business owner. You go through for finance degree or whatever the case may be, or a business degree. It takes years of schooling. The beauty behind this is it doesn't take nearly as long to get good enough at both of these skill sets to really start turning it into an income driving venture for you. This for me, this
yeah.
started as something I just wanted to learn how to create content and work with brands and make a little bit of money on the side while I was working. Then it turned into, holy shit, I can turn this into something that's actually worth it. Then it turned into my full-time job, all in a very short amount of time. But the difference between me and a lot of other people is the fact that I decided to take action and turn what I was learning into an actual high income, high earning, high income skill. And I made it work. So did a lot of other creators. Christian took his job at being at somewhere where a lot of people wish they could work at, but he realized it wasn't for him, as I did when it came to the sales business. I was in the car business. And he had a big enough want to his why, or big enough why to his wants, that he went out and made it happen. Turned the skills that he learned from selling and being in a very high intensive sales industry and the skills that he learned from creating content, put them together and decided to try TikTok Shop Affiliate and made it work. When you take the excuses out of all those problems, you really do find that success that you're looking for, but it just takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. These days where you're working 2 and 3 hours a day, they will eventually come after you've mastered everything else. Because in the beginning, you need to figure it all out. It's not just going to happen overnight. And I think that's where a lot of people tend to, they see the glorified lifestyle that a lot of us live in within TikTok Shop Affiliate.
Mm.
And that's all they see. They see the outside. They don't see the time that was put in leading up to that time. I didn't become successful doing this because all of a sudden one day I decided I wanted to do this. No, I became successful doing this because I have 10 years of peer-to-peer sales, direct-to-consumer sales behind me. And that was a huge helping factor in learning how to create content that sells. He didn't become successful with this overnight because, he all of a sudden wanted to. He had years and tons of knowledge of sales behind him, especially high pressure sales, which is a crazy skill to have.
It's rough. It's a wild ride. It depends how you like it. Some people have fun with it. It was pretty fun too at the
It's
beginning.
fun in the beginning, but it can drain you out, man. It can
It
drain
drains
you
you out,
out.
man. I mean, believe me, like when I left the job, I literally had commissions pending, everything was pending. But honestly, I knew that by the time it pended, came through, this at the third, by then a month and a half would have went by, and I would have been like, I would have lost the spark, and I didn't want to lose it. I
Yep.
literally left the job. I quit the next day. I didn't give no 2 week notice. I said, hey guys, it's gonna be the last day. I had $800 in the bank. I mean, I'm living over here in the city. It's expensive, man. Everything's like you're running it up. Everything's a big bill. I mean, living in your city, I had $800 to my wallet, and I said, I'm gonna make this work by hook or by crook. Like we're gonna get this thing through. I got barely few money enough, and I'm trying to like work out and do everything. I ain't got time for that. We got
Oh,
to make this work. So I literally said, I'm gonna quit. Fair enough. I spoke to my dad about that. He was like, you know what? If it's a risk, if you want to do it, do it. I support you either way. But it's definitely gonna be a risk. And so I with $100 in my bank, I said, you know what? Let's do it. I woke up the next day. Said, you know what? We're gonna wake up. We're gonna work our ass. I'm gonna whatever the top guy's doing. I'm doing
I'm
triple
gonna
that.
do.
At
Mm-hmm.
that time, I was looking at Cole. Cole Sports.
Oh
That
yeah,
guy. I was looking
Cole's
at
a
Cole. I was
demon.
like, I'm like, man, Cole. I hadn't discovered Joao yet. Joao is a big influence to me in Shot Flash Sales. Brian, great
Mm-hmm.
guys. I was looking at them. I'm like, okay, what are they doing? They're doing that. They're doing 3 videos a day. I'm gonna do 9. No, let's do 9. 12. Joao did 6. Let me do 24. 20. I got 4 different accounts, and I'm doing this. I would do no, really. I would do 24 videos a day across
Woof.
4 accounts and go live for 4 hours and then a second 2 hour session. I'm pointing to my desk over here. I have a
Right, right,
second
right.
over here, and I would do that every day for months. And on the first month, we made like I think it was like 5K. Perfect. I got enough for rent.
Proof of
All right,
concept. It was done.
let's
Let's
go.
go. Yeah.
Let's go. We got it. We got it. We got the rent money. We got everything ready. We got food. I got a place to stay. Let's go. Double down. It's still working. And that was when the campaign started rolling in. And then I started making really good money with supplements. And then the campaigns. And all these things just started rolling in. And I didn't never lost that hard work ethic. Especially if you guys speak Spanish or if you're like a Hispanic or Latino, bro. We already know we got the highest work ethic ever. Bryce, I'm looking at you, man. You got the same fire, man. It's insane. We'd work our fingers off, and believe me, if you telling me if I could upload 24 silly TikTok videos about a pill, I can make 5K. I do it. I
Yeah.
work 10 hours on the phone calling businesses all day, and I wouldn't even get tired. You tell me I can do that for some videos and going live any day you give me the opportunity, believe me, it's right here in front of you guys. It's nuts. It's to say, I still don't believe it. I kind of feel like that imposter syndrome. Like, nah, it's not me. Nah,
I still have imposter syndrome, and this has been my life for almost a year now. And I still have imposter syndrome. It still boggles my mind that people even ask me for the advice on all of this. But, at the end of the day, the success that, myself and so many others have had, and we've all colluded together and just made it widely available for everyone else. Being able to teach what we've learned to everyone else is so amazing. And I feel you on that imposter syndrome, dude. I wake up every day. I'm like, this is still my life. What's going on? How come I don't have to get up for a job anymore? Yeah, where's
my commute? Where's my
it's
commute?
crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's insane. I swear, it's so much more effort to do like a 9 to 5 job.
It's
Honestly,
mentally draining more than anything else, man. And it hurts your morals. It really does, because you're working for somebody else to make their pockets fatter while you're just sitting there like, damn, when's my chance,
Exactly. It's just time to take action, take a little risk. The worst thing that could happen, honestly, you get a bunch of free stuff, try it out for a month. If you don't like it, go back. You're doing this part
Yep.
time. We got people doing here that have made over $250,000 in GMB, still doing a job, doing this part time, 2
Brother,
hours.
we have people in the community that have over $2 million in GMB that still work a full-time job.
Who is doing that?
Quite
Bro.
a few. You'd be
Oh my
Cole
God.
Schwartz to be one of them.
Oh, he still got the bottle.
Yeah,
He's
that,
got the-
and then we have a couple of ladies who have done insane results, still working a full-time job.
I couldn't do it, bro. Why? Like,
I don't, but it's crazy to me, and a lot of them are doing it just because, they like their job, which is, that's completely fair. You like your job, cool. I'll never knock a 9 to 5 if somebody actually enjoys it. I'll never knock a profession if somebody actually enjoys it. It's just not for me. The entrepreneur life is kind of more or less where I want to be at. And, you have uncapped potential. But some of these people who have made more money than I have on TikTok Shop are still working a full-time job. And to me, that's insane. But they're reaping the rewards from both ends of the spectrum. When you do become self-employed and you quit that job, if that job is your source of benefits, if that job is, your source of housing or whatever the case may be, it's a bit hard to step back, because when you do become that self-employed person, you don't just get benefits through your job. You don't just get retirements through your job.
falling asleep. Come on.
Long day, man. All of that is on the onus to you. It's your responsibility now to get that insurance policy. It's your responsibility now to set up that retirement account. It's your responsibility now to take care of all of that. So for some people, I get keeping the job, but it's crazy to see them making $2 million, $3 million in total sales, which equates to around $400 to $700, maybe even $800 in total commission, and still working a job. It's wild, but it's just insane. But the fact that they can do that while still working a job just goes to show that there's no excuses.
100%. If you want it, believe me, you'll get it.
You'll get
It's that easy. It's literally like, the 5,000 followers, bro. We got the course. You got me, you got Sharon. We got the 5-step program. Do this, do that. TikTok Shop, put in the $100, boom. So we have like a whole course, right? We're inside now, where we can show you step by step, move by move, how to get to the 5,000 followers you need to get the requirement. Just get in there. Takes $100, and that's it. And then like, oh, I don't want to spend $100. Open the account, get a couple samples, you make your money back. That's it. There you go. Done. I got the shoes, got the shirt, you got whatever you want, and then you make a few videos. Next thing you know, you're making some money in commission. And next thing you know, you're just rolling, coming into the lives. It's a whole vibe, honestly. But it's more about the community, what I've seen, honestly. It's really been just been insane. Like you said before on the other call we had yesterday, the whole your circle is what was it?
Oh yeah, you're the average of the company you keep, and your network is your net worth.
That was the one.
Yeah, you've got to surround yourself with the right individuals, right? If you surround yourself with 5 bums, guess what? You're going to be the 6th bum. If you surround yourself with 6 millionaires, guess what? You're bound to be the 6th millionaire. Or 5 millionaires, you're bound to be the 6th one. It's all about the company you keep. You can't expect to have any sort of growth when you're the smartest individual in the room. You've got to be dumb. You have to be. You have to be the ignorant one surrounded by the smart ones, or else there's no room for you to gain or absorb any more intelligence. It just doesn't work that way. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean go out and abandon all of your friends, right? It's good to have friends in all types of places. It's good to have friends that are CEOs. It's good to have friends that are just kind of that regular mindset, right? At the end of the day, you have to have constant reminders as to where you want to be in life. If you don't want to be in that 9 to 5, having those reminders around you, again, not that it's a bad thing, but having those people close to you that constantly remind you of that's not that lifestyle that you want to be around anymore, but also having those CEOs around you that remind you, or those entrepreneurs or those business owners that remind you that that's the lifestyle you want, it's good to be in that place. You want to have friends on every level of that playing field. And again, I'm not saying this to sound demeaning, or I'm not saying this to say that your friend who works a 9 to 5 is any lesser than you in any way, shape, or form, because they're not. That could just be the choice in life that they want to take. Some people like the path of least resistance. Personally, I like to challenge myself. I've lived my entire life on the unknown. So that's what I'm used to. I thrive in chaos. I thrive in the unknown. I thrive not knowing where my next dollar is going to come from, because it makes me work 10 times harder for that next dollar. But most people won't have that mindset, and that's okay. What I'm saying is having those constant reminders will allow you to keep that end goal in sight and constantly drive you to be the better person that you want to be. And sometimes that's just the harsh reality of it. But once you learn to accept that and you learn to understand that, you will really find yourself on a path that's going to build you into somebody that you didn't recognize 6 months ago.
Honestly, word for word, I've been saying over here. Honestly, it's also weird too. Like, with my number of friends, I'll be like, "Hey, you guys want to go drinking or whatever, whatnot." But in the group, I'll be like, "Hey guys, so you guys read this Atomic Habits book yet? Like, you
Right.
guys check it out. It's amazing." And then at like 5 in the morning, I got Lee, our new coach over there in Lev Academy. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
"Hey
love
brother,
Lee.
what's good? Good morning, man. Top of the morning." And he's yelling back at me. We're going. How many hours you doing? Great. Let me see the bank account. What's going on? How much money? Bro, the
Yep.
account, and I got people accountable for me, and I'm accountable for them. Where every day we're messaging, "Hey, bro, check this out. I just made $2,000 doing a 9-second clip." And it's not to be like, I hate showing it to like normal people because then they're like, "Oh shit, like he's just
It's
trying to do
difficult,
this."
man. Yeah.
And then I'll show it to my other friend like Joao, and Joao, I'm really close to Joao or Brian, like Chop Frost Sales. "Hey, look, check this out, man. I made this mom. Bro, you're killing it, man. Go get it." Bro, it makes you to just it opens your mind to
Hmm?
everything out there, how what you're doing, he's doing, you're trying to make this money, he's making that. It literally, I would have never ever thought it was possible. I was
No.
in the mind of like, oh, if I can make a 5K month, 8K month, I'm doing great. I jumped the 8K month. I went right to 15, then this, that, then the third, and then
Yeah.
23,000 in a month at 23. And I'm like, bro, I still think I can do better. I'm
Oh
looking
yeah.
there. People are looking to me. I'm not like, don't look at me. I'm looking at the big guy. I'm looking at Matt Kahala. I'm like, bro, he's making these videos. I'm like 13 million sales. I'm looking at this guy. I'm looking at him, seeing what's working. And because trends are always changing, you're always going to see people go up and down, right? Even though the guy with a bunch of Gym B is doing the same technique or whatever, the new person that actually grabs up on the train and learns the new, whatever's working right now. Right now, let's say we're in February, skits are killing it.
Yep.
Whoever grabs that first, we have this one lady. Oh my god, I forgot. I think it was Paige.
Oh yeah, Paige is great.
Paige, she started like 10K,
Yeah,
25K.
she's at 100K now. Yeah.
Boom.
Instant. Yeah.
I'm like, who is I had to put my glasses on. I don't even need glasses. I'm looking at her video. It's skits. And
Yep.
she's doing the same video from Nathan Triska.
Yep.
And I did that.
Yep.
And that one, believe me, it's literally seeing what's working for others, copying it. I made his videos like 3-4 times already. And those are the ones that made like 2 million GMV and views.
Views, yeah.
1.7 views. It's the same video, and it's the best part because it's fun. It's a fun video. You're having it short, not making talk about some conspiracy things. You're just having a good time. And honestly, I feel that whenever I have a good time making my 5-second bathroom videos or bottom of funnel or whatever, I'm just smiling. I'm enjoying the trip going out to wherever. That's really where I make the most amount of money. I've noticed time and time again, the videos where I plan out a whole script and I'm sitting down and I'm trying to do this and look good. I got the scrub on and I got like a name tag. Those ones, some of them will do good. The best ones are when I enjoy it.
Yep.
Let my personality out and have a good time. At the end of the
How
day,
it
they
is.
want to have laugh. They want to laugh. It's. I guess I'm funny or whatever. I don't know, but it's fun. I enjoy it. They start laughing. They start commenting, and then they buy. And at the end of the day, you give the customer what they want by not lying to them, right? You make sure you stay honest, ethical. Give them what they want. You get what you want. At the end of the day, it's super great. Great opportunity right there.
That's it, man. It's an amazing opportunity, and I enjoy every second of it. Christian, dude, I could sit here and talk to you about this over and over and over again, but I think we're coming up on time. What I do want to do though is I would love to get a second opportunity to do one of these with you. And I want to dive a little bit deeper into your strategy when it comes to Spanish content. So I want to see about scheduling a second one of these, maybe not a full 45 minutes, but something where we can dive a little deeper. Because I think this one here, this is great. And the excitement from you is phenomenal. And I want people to understand that anybody can do this kind of stuff. And I love highlighting this. But I want to do a little bit of a deeper dive with you on one of these episodes. And I think we'll set up some short podcasts. And I think you might be the first one we do it with. But I'll talk to the team. We'll see what we can get. But before we jump off of here, man, I want to see if you had any sort of like closing, maybe a little bit of motivational message for anybody who's watching this, something that you haven't had a chance to cover yet, or something that you may have been wanting to talk about before we get out of here.
Of course, yeah. No, don't believe me just what you see, man. I'm sweating, my palms, my feet, my arm. I've never sweat more in my life. I was literally. I don't know if you noticed what you created, Bryce. This is This is literally a trophy. I'm so it's a milestone for me. I'm really appreciative of what you're doing over here.
Of course.
Honestly, I don't know if you see it, but like I see it. I was literally watching this, just like, bro, if I could only, I was praying so like, if only that could be me. If only I could work.
Manifestation is crazy.
I so bad. Believe me. Let me ask you a question. Could I say it in Spanish or should I say it in English?
However you want. I won't understand it if you say it in Spanish.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'll do a little bit in Spanish and a little bit in English. Either way. Okay. So, basically, you know, if you're on the other side of the screen, bro, and you're looking toward this, whether you're older, younger, got kids, family, or just some young dude, either way, really look into TikTok Shop. Nothing too crazy. If you ever done drop shipping, you ever done any other business before, if you ever want to start a business, you want to leave your 9 to 5, it's really all the good with virtually no bad. I mean, I haven't seen any percussion over. My TikTok shop got closed. You buy a new one. I mean, there's nothing really that's gonna happen over here. At the end of the day, the worst that could happen, you try out TikTok shop, join Social Army because you want to have your best results and chances to hit the milestones you want to get, and surround yourself with like 10 people that show you that, hey, it's possible to make $2, $3, $4, $5,000 a day, and show you step by step how to do it, what we're doing, what works for us, what's going to work for you, as that same video so we're copying. At the end of the day, you go try it out, see what happens, give it 30 days. But believe me, once you see how the results come in and everything changes and dough starts rolling in, even if the money doesn't start coming in, leave the sign. You get the feeling of, holy smokes, I'm accomplishing something. You're getting things done. You'll be hooked. The only problem you would have had is we didn't see this on your For You page or your YouTube page like 6 months ago. Believe me, that's the only problem you would have had. Y también, si hablan español y están aquí viendo esta pantalla, de que, oye, pero no entendí nada de lo que este dijo, no se preocupen. Si no entendieron nada, literal, tienen que probar el TikTok Shop, porque llevo ya los 6 meses acá, he hecho tadero y me fue tan fácil y sencillo, pero no sale para mí, literal, solamente por la lengua y porque ni siquiera tienes que ser creativo, hay tantas maneras de hacerlo, pero créeme, como digo, pruébalo por 30 días, si no te gusta, créeme, la puedes cancelar, pero créeme, si tienen algún problema me pueden mandar un mensaje, porque la verdad, de lo fácil que es, comparado contra todo lo demás, su trabajo de 9 a 5, su trabajo de limpieza, en donde sea, literal, esto me dio la libertad financiera y libertad de tiempo para pasarlo con mi familia. Fue lo más fácil de sí. Estoy muy seguro que te va a encantar. Pero me mandan un mensaje, ¿sabes? Vale. I told them how much money I saved bundling my home and auto insurance. 15% or more on my auto insurance was saved when I bundled. So, I mean, no, pero sí, la verdad, tienen que... Me manda un mensaje, cualquier cosa, ¿eh? Yo sé que ahorita me manda un mensajito y ahí te he ido con él porque hago todo en español y pues ni siquiera de tan bueno mi español. Pero de todas formas, sucede y créeme, si hablan español, te va a encantar. And if you don't understand that either way, join up, send me a message. Love to help you guys out either way. But
that's it.
Anyway.
For anybody watching this that's made it this far, congratulations for actually sticking through this episode. And thank you for watching this with Christian. Christian's an amazing person. He's been able to figure some stuff out. And at a young age, it's great to see. I love it. His energy's unmatched. And it's what we like to see. And if you can match this type of energy in anything that you do, you can expect to go pretty far in life, because having good charisma, having a good personality, having good energy like this is really going to help you out. The things that you think are the things that you attract. If you're constantly being in a negative mood, you're always going to attract things that are negative to you. If you don't think you can do it, you're right. If you think you can do it, you're right. Either way, pick one and stick with it, and don't stop until you achieve the goals that you're looking to achieve. Being able to do this is quite simple. Just put forth the effort to make it happen, and don't give up when things get tough, because failure is nothing but a stepping stone to the success that you're looking for. It doesn't matter if the steps are big, just as long as they're in the right direction. keep it going. Outside of all of that, if you guys want to join Social Army, Christian's links are going to be the one that are down below. You can join Live Academy. You can join Social Army. Premium's just the video side of things. Live Academy is a more one-on-one style group mentorship program that Christian jumped into, and what he attributes a lot of his success to, and is now one of the people in there that will help you out and teach you. Give it some thought. Definitely worth doing so. You'll be supporting him directly. Outside of that, any socials that you want to check out of his that he's comfortable sharing, we'll link those down below for you as well. But aside from all of that, guys, I appreciate y'all for being here. Christian, thank you so much for coming on here today. And, it means a lot to me that you looked up to us in the very beginning, because just 6 months ago is when we started doing these. And the fact that you've been watching them since day one and you're now on it is crazy. So congratulations,
sweating.
bro.
I even got my spot ready for the trophy and everything to put it right here. I'm super excited.
Let's
It's
go.
just insane. It's insane. Honestly, at the end of the day, even if I didn't make the whole money, it's worth the trip, man. You fall in love with it. The journey's fun.
Journey's fun.
It's fun.
It's all about exploration, man. This is an industry of discovery, and it's your job to discover. So keep it up.
That's it.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Christian. Have a good one, man.
Hey.